This is everything else. Yeah, this is everything else. Yeah.
Booyaka, booyaka! 619.
You got to do the dark version though. It's like, damn, you got to do Dominic's version.
Welcome to another exciting edition of ETE. I am Marcus, the grand finale, and I'm joined by not one, not two, but all three faces of Jemal. And normally I scream and it's a loud and a rambunctious introduction, but I don't think we have that much time today. I don't think we have that much time. And I want to start off
especially since I'm going to Dynamite tonight. Fuck work.
Oh.
I'm gonna be at Arthur Ashe tonight.
All right. I say take video, send it to Manny. We'll upload it as a short, whatever you can do. And you and other what's being reported by the Dirt Sheets, a low attended Grandslam, but I don't know. They always report stuff. So you'll be our own side correspondent of what was Dynamite like? And you'll be like, oh, it was amazing. Or, oh, I don't know.
I'm going to actually take a picture of the crowd and then see exactly what the fuck is going on. If there's pillar seats or whatever the fuck.
Investigation, on-site reporter. But today, we're not here to talk about Dynamite. I mean, I'll probably a little bit. We're not here to talk about Raw or SmackDown or anything, but probably a little bit. We're here inspired by the PWI 500 to give our own personal, I guess about 10% of that, and give our own personal 50 best wrestlers, male and female, 25 women, 25 men, and we're going to just rattle off. First of all, Jamal, I want to say, who were your hardest cuts on your list?
Matt Cardona was a tough cut that I had to cut. Chad Gable, his work speaks for itself. He should be on this list somewhere, but didn't quite get up to snuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just Malachi Black. That was a tough cut. That
was tough for me. He's on my cut list, but it wasn't as tough as I thought it should be. Since he hasn't wrestled singles in like 10 years.
Even Daddy Ass, man, and Buddy Murphy and all the tag teams like FTR and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of people that just got cut because they're part of a tag team or a group.
Yeah. For my list personally, I took out anybody that's in a tag team. So if you are wondering where Sammy and KO are, yanked out of there.
I don't have Sammy or KO on this list as well, and the reason is because they've been doing tag team work, and it sucks because I think two factions that's on here that almost full. Actually, the Judgment Day is on here. All four members of the Judgment Day are on here, some way, shape, or form. But Blackpool Combat Club is on here aside from Wheeler Yuta because that nigga trash.
Never even crossed my mind to make my list, but I'm gonna. I think my hardest cuts were, KO and Sammy. I just left off. Adam Cole did not make my list, which
he barely made.
I forgot all about him, and then realized, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to forget about him. Wesley was a tough cut on my part.
Oh man, Wesley! I didn't even think about Wesley, but too bad, so sad. Ilya Dragunov too, man. Like
winner of my list is gonna be shocking on some parts. Naito, who I was upset with the PWI for forgetting to put him on their list, did not make my top 25. The G1 Climax did not make it.
He made mine.
If it was in the top 30, maybe, or maybe even the top 50, of course he'd make it. But top 25 got tight.
He made my list, and he's above the IWGP World Champion right now. And you'll see it when you see my list. So, what's who do you have at your 25? We'll talk about 25 and then work our way up.
Well, because I'm a gentleman, Jamal, I'm going to go ladies first.
Oh, ladies first. All right.
Let's go ladies first. Because I'm a gentleman. Just because I'm a gentleman.
25. Who's your 25 ladies of the world?
The way we're going to do this, I say we just do 5 at a time each. So it's not too much jumbled. I'll give you my 25 through 20 right now. And until you talk about like, wow, you can react to see how it goes. But I was, it's probably tougher than the men's for me to get the women on there. Just because I was like,
very difficult. There's so many.
Yeah. There's the balance and range of talent, and then you go like, oh shit, and then all that.
I left Ultraviolet from HOG off of this for that reason. Like, she's done a lot, but not enough to get this list.
All right. At number 25, I have Athena, the Ring of Honor champion. And you know what? She might be the only Ring of Honor belt that's going to appear on my list. So she should be thankful she's on it now. No, she is 25. Solid, but not blown away by it ever. 24, I got good old Natty Neidhart showing up, fighting for young people's titles like the NXT title. But Natty's there. And, Natty's competent in the ring, but character-wise, she hasn't had one her entire life.
Natty's even on the list.
Yeah. At 23, I have Kyrie, not Irving, but Zane, who, is going on excursion or whatever she's up to right now. But she's at 23. The current Impact Wrestling Women's Champion, Trinity, is at 22. I put her here basically because she's all right.
You forgot.
She's all right. No, she's all right. She's just all right. She's just all right. That's been all right. Like, she doesn't blow me out the water. At 21, I have Tiffany Stratton, who currently just recently lost her NXT championship. Young upstart, only 2 years in the business, already a champion, already looking at main roster WWE grandeur on the horizon. And then at number 20, Mayu Iwatani is coming in at that spot. Yeah, way the hell down there.
Easy.
So what do you think of my bottom five, the 25 through 20?
I first off want to apologize to Athena for not even making my list. Because her character work is fantastic, but it's just like I'm thinking of all these other people that I have on the list, and they pop up more than her, and it's a shame. And it's not so much a shame on her part. It's a shame on AEW and Ring of Honor itself to put Ring of Honor behind a paywall. Like, that's the only reason why niggas is not watching your shit, unless you follow them on YouTube, unless you follow them on Instagram, where you can get the recap of it anyway. So like you can keep up with whatever,
it comes up to me as, it's just AEW Dark with a paywall. And I'm like, I didn't care, but I didn't watch Dark at the time anyway. Also to mention on the bottom of my list, people who didn't make it in the women: Raquel Rodriguez, Saraya did not make my list. Neither did Britt Baker.
Yeah, Britt Baker didn't make my list, but those two did happen to make my list.
Okay.
And you'll see right here, 25. I got Killer Kelly, Impact Tag Team Champion. She's there. She's tag team with Masha Slamovich. She's in there. Tiffany Stratton is at 24 for me because I cannot ignore her whole come up of winning the title to losing the title. That whole run, it was decent enough for her. She's ready to go. She's fucking Ludwig van Kaiser or whatever the fuck, so it doesn't matter. or Ludwig van Kaiser. You know what I'm saying? 23, Chelsea Green, coming up from obscurity and winning a championship, and not only winning the championship, but making it work with other people and stuff like that. She's very flexible. She's
carrying a cursed title.
Getting smoked. She's getting smoked in the ring. She's smoking in the ring. Like it's good. Like, she's doing what she's supposed to do. At number 22, I got Chris Statlander, because the only reason why she's low on this list is because she just returned. She did beat Jade Cargill, who didn't make this list again. Like, that was a tough little thing. I was going to put her on there at the lowest of the low, but no, she got to get at 21, I got Toni Storm, who's doing fantastic character work, but she just recently lost her belt, and like she's been on unhinged ever since. And then at 20, I got Saraya, because she is the AEW Women's Championship, her latest and greatest at Wembley Arena with the win in front of her family, fighting for her family, doing
fighting with the family. Thank you, Rock. All right. So with your list, Chelsea Green, I bumped off for Athena, and that was literally 30 seconds before we got onto the air because I added someone and I was like, shit, I totally forgot. And then I took out and I never like fixed it, and I was like, I had 26 and I ended up bumping Chelsea Green. So I think your Tony Storm is way the fuck up there. I feel like you have her high. Like that's the shocking one for me. Like at 21 of the top 25, I was like, dang, that's pretty hard. Killer Kelly got was like probably my 30.
She's only there because of the back off of Masha Slamovich, who I have on this next portion of this list. So
okay. All right. Well, you shall continue, and then I'll go to the next one after that. Who is your number 19?
19
through 15, I guess.
Yeah, because I already said Saraya, right? Saraya at 20, Bailey at 19. Just based off of her elevation of damage control as a whole, she got Io Sky the women's championship. She basically helped Dakota Kai get her job back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she is the epitome of what a women's wrestler should be. Good in the ring, has a resume, elevating other talent to elevate to her level and stuff like that. She doesn't mind working with anybody, so that's why she's on this list. Even without the title, Bailey is doing Bailey things, and that's always good to see. Steph DeLander, she basically is helping Matt Cardona take over the indie world, and it sucks. It sucks, man. It really does. Steph DeLander is helping Matt Cardona take over the indie world, and because I left Matt Cardona off of the men's list, I couldn't leave her off of this list. Masha Slamovich is after her at 17, and that's because she's been winning tag team championships. She's concurrently Impact Tag Team Champion with Killer Kelly. Zoe Stark at 16, and thank you, Trish, at number 15.
Thank you, Trish. Somehow Trish. What? I had the same reaction as well when I saw Bailey's name at 19. I went, Bailey! And then also, as I read Wes's thing, it's hard for you to defend somebody if you spell their name wrong. You spelled her name wrong, Wes. But I will say, not bad list. The Steph DeLander did not make mine, but solid pick because I just didn't think about it. I know she's out there with Cardona and stuff. So, and they, both of them were on the purge of making my list.
On a tear, man. They're on a tear right now.
Masha Slamovich, I thought you had a higher up. I have a lower on my list. So, I had a higher up. Also, in PWI, 500, she's the highest ranking woman ever, which I'm calling shenanigans over all the years.
Because she does intergender matches, right? Like we're just talking about her in the women's division. If we're talking about her as just a wrestler, she's one of the top 125 people. Just people.
Yeah.
She's one of the top wrestlers in the world. So, because she's wrestling niggas. And winning.
And it's really scary to wrestle niggas.
No, Wes. Unfortunately, she didn't make the list. She just came back.
Yeah, Tasha Steelz did not make mine as well. Number 19, I have I have Natty making the list. Did I say that right?
You said Natty already.
Oh damn! Did I go too far? I went too far on my list. Whoops. Number 18, I have Jade Cargill. At number, I know she made it. She just made it on a Goldberg streak. That's it. That's the only reason she's there. She had a Goldberg streak, and I gave it to her on just like, you know what? Maybe someday she might be somebody, and I don't want to be the fool that left her off the list in 2023. That was it. I have Holy Sheeta at 17, which, respect to Sheeta.
Didn't even put her on my list.
Damn. All right. Number 16, Jamie Hayter, the former AEW Women's Champion, building a lot of traction on her way before she got injured. And I support everything she was doing. She's the best AEW Women's Champion. And then, gone.
She was there, and then if this was a 30 list, she would be there. But
yeah,
she's not.
All right, and then at number 15, Camille Brickhouse, former NWA Women's Champion, longest reigning champion of the modern era. Yada yada yada. Probably be higher if she wasn't wrestling in NWA. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And if you want to know if Kenzie Page made my list, she did not make the list. The current NWA Women's Champion. She did not make my top 25.
No, she's not even a blimp in my radar right now until she does something with that belt. So,
yeah. All right. So, Jamal, you are currently at your, 14 person?
Yeah, 14. And 14, I got Raquel Rodriguez. Simply because, like, she's been doing work. It's hard to put a capsule on her because, like, she's been fighting for championships. She is the new babyface. She's supposed to be the polar opposite of what Rhea Ripley is doing, but the babyface version. So,
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see what she does. She is over all these other ladies because of that reason. She's in the main event scene for the women's championship. Rhea Ripley, basically, off the back of Rhea Ripley, is why she's as high as she is on this list. So,
well, for that pick, Raquel did not make my list because I turned my back on her and did a little finesse. Sorry. I had that my whole day.
All the rolls are showing. Donuts galore.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace at number 13, unlucky number 13. She's been doing a lot of bodybuilding stuff, and her physique has gotten even larger than it already was. And she's Jordan Grace, like, you know what I'm saying? She got to be on this list. And then above her, though, who's actually been doing the damn work, is Deonna Purrazzo, who's been, like, she recently just lost the Impact Women's Championship, but that's okay because of the work that she has done for Impact for as long as she's done. Even during this whole past year, she's just been elevating everybody that she's been going against, including the current women's champion, Trinity. So at number 11, who I probably should have put Athena, but I put Willow because of her win against Mercedes Moné as the first ever, New Japan Strong Women's Champion. You
want to know the funniest part about Willow is that's the closest we're probably going to get to tying people on this list, I think. I have Willow, and I know I'm going to go back at number 11 on my list. That's probably going to be. I'm looking at your list. I'm sorry. I went back. Sorry. At 12. Sorry. I was looking at your list. And I meant to go to my list. I was like, oh, shit, I have her at 11. No, I have her at 12. Sorry. I looked at your list by accident. But at 14, I got still doing the damn thing in her 40s. Asuka still out there having dynamite matches and still pretty much being a backbone of that women's division. Now, step into the later part of career. At 13, Masha Slamovich, just, former GCW champion. Just go watch her work. She's great. 12, like I said, Willow Nightingale. Probably would have put her higher if she's featured more on mainstream TV, other than that time she beat basically Sasha in front of me. She's not on Collision as much anymore.
She's on Ring of Honor, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not going there. And at number 11, I have Julia from Stardom going in the list.
Take her off my list, dog. I really did.
Damn.
I moved her so many times that I was just like, I can't put Julia on this list.
All right. So now we're in sacred territory for the women's division. Our top 10s.
All right. For me, 10 to 6. Asuka at 10, because she is the backbone of that fucking whole WWE division. No matter whether it's Raw, SmackDown, whatever have you, whoever she's put against, she's going to have a banger of a match. It doesn't matter if they're old, they're young. She's just there, a constant in WWE. Number 9, another constant in WWE, another backbone of the division. Charlotte Flair, the fucking standard, the fucking, who If you beat Charlotte Flair, you've done something with your life. If you never win a championship and you beat Charlotte Flair, you've done something. You've accomplished something. You know. Trinity at number 8 because she's shown that she can go elsewhere and do big girl things. She has been a champion in WWE, so she's shown that she can do whatever it is that they expect her to do, but she's doing it elsewhere as well, which is why she's at number 8 on this list. She's doing it on her own. Becky Lynch at number 7 because the man is trying to do what Bayley is number 19 for doing, and that's elevating the roster. I know that she's had this long withdrawal thing with Trish Stratus.
That's for months.
You know, but again, I think that with her winning the NXT Women's Championship, I think that she's going to try to actually help elevate those NXT girls that's down and also put a fire in the ass of people who's up. Like, hey, I want to be a champion. This is it. And at number 6 is going to go money, because you can't just deny her star power. Even though that she's won the IWGP Women's Championship, she's been in the finals of the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. There's just a plethora of things. Just her showing up at Wembley Arena caused some buzz. Like, if you think that Mercedes Moné is not a draw, then you're smoking. You're on crack. You're high. But regardless if she's, gonna get injured or not, she's a draw. And that's why she's at number 6 on this list.
Okay. So how I said earlier, the closest we're going to get is that Willow Nightingale. That is not true. We have tied at the number 7 spot. Becky Lynch is on both of our lists. I did a double take at number 7. We both I went like, oh shit. We actually tied on that one. However, there are our top 10s are probably about the same, just in different orders. I think. Oh, close. So at 10, I have Io Sky, the current Women's SmackDown champion.
Okay.
Io just kicks ass. It's just awesome in all different levels. She does feel like a sidekick, though. She does feel like a sidekick to my number 9, which is Bayley at this currently moment. Bayley is that rock that holds the division together. She can have a match with anybody. And that's why she's at number 9. At number 8, Mercedes Moné, one of the biggest stars in wrestling. She left WWE. She's out there at Stardom. She got injured, and now we don't know what's going on in her life. But the reason she's not higher up for me is because less work for about the year, basically. This hasn't been much like wrestling. It's been like a few matches and the injury, which kind of set her back. Number 7, like I said, Becky Lynch. The man speaks for itself. Probably at this point one of the biggest draws in WWE, carrying NXT to new ratings heights that they haven't seen since before they moved to Tuesday or whatever, and was competing with AEW. So, and overall great wrestler. And then at number 6, I have to give it to Toni Storm. Toni Storm kept getting bumped up on my list due to recent character work. If this was 4 months ago, Toni Storm may have been in my top 20, maybe. But because of the recent unhinged Toni Storm, top 6. Top 6, by sure. All right. I should start with my top 5 women's wrestlers. At number 5, probably the best women's technical wrestler in the world today. The backbone right now, currently, of the Impact Wrestling division. I got Deonna Purrazzo at number 5. Just killing it. Just rarely have a bad match. Wes brought up, do you think WWE kicks themselves on what they did with Purrazzo? I think they think about it, but not much, because they only think about who brings in the most money. Like,
she's not a draw. She's a great wrestler. Yeah. She's just not a draw.
Yeah. So they're into draw. The next person is the typical WWE person they're looking for, I guess, in the current era, and that's number 4, Bianca Belair, who is basically the face of the WWE's women's division at this current moment, at a stand. Maybe she may not be the champion right now, but she held that title for over a year, and she did her thing. Not the best storylines, not even probably the best champion, but she can go out there and deliver any given night with anybody. Number 3, Jordynne Grace. This one I went back and forth with all 3 of Purrazzo, Grace, and Bianca, which I was like, all three of them could be entertained, and this could be the pending of the day where I'd be like, you know what? This person can go here, it's good here. Number 2, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. I don't even want to say too much because I don't feel like hearing internet backlash about, oh my God, Charlotte gets everything. Well, she is. She is that good.
This is why she's number 9 on my list. It's like, like for Wes's point, for all that praise for Charlotte, why is she only at 9? Because we've seen it, done that. Let's get something else out there. If she had like broken her dad's record, then maybe she'd be a little higher. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe, but she's just basically a overhyped backbone. So like you have Asuka, who is a backbone, and then you have Charlotte, who's a backbone, who's like, oh, Charlotte or Asuka. If I beat Asuka, I did something, but if I beat Charlotte, I did something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it can go either way.
Yeah. And my number 1 is Mommy Rhea Ripley.
We tried again. Tried again.
Yeah. Rhea is just the number 1, like just draw and just the just like when you see her to your immediately it's just star. Just like you see her, like definition of like, oh shit. Like she is to me the Judgment Day, which is probably the biggest faction currently in WWE, not the Bloodline is Wayside. Like she is the face of that group right now. So all right, Jamal. Your bottom 5 or top 5, not bottom 5.
The top 5. So we actually swapped on Bianca Belair's place because I have her at number 5 because of her, championship runs, her feuds with the likes of like, Charlotte and Becky and, even Bayley to a point. Like, she's beaten literally all the 4 horsemen. She's done it. That's something that a lot of people cannot say if at all. You know what I'm saying? I think Asuka's done it. Perhaps, yeah, Asuka's done it, but who else other than Asuka has done that? Like Bianca Belair, like.
And to think about it this way with Bianca, she's been on her own against the Wild.
I'm on my own against the wall. The WWE wall, the TKO wall. At number 4, I have Io Sky because of she's the champion of WWE right now, and it is what it is. She's the second champion of WWE because we know the first champion is going to be number 1. At number 3, which I was shocked that Jordynne Grace was your number 3 because she hasn't really done too much. Like this is why Jordynne Grace was at number 13. This is why Jordynne Grace was my 13 and stuff like that. And again, for you to pick Deonna Purrazzo at number 5 was just like, yes, I could see why you did that, and it kind of makes me wish that I put her a little higher, but not like just for me.
I'm going to say why Jordynne Grace is my 3 is that I feel like she's, yes, she hasn't done much lately. She's more focused on whatever other shit she's doing. And, but I consider under the same, pedigree as Charlotte, as in Charlotte ain't did shit basically in the past year, but I respect what they have done. And I know what they can do if they decide to take this shit serious again. That's why they're so high.
So at my number 3 is the one-time Camille Brickhouse because, geez, a record-breaking NWA Women's Championship run. Like, nobody even knew that the NWA had a Women's Championship, let alone it being the Burke, let alone being called the Burke. Like, the history that now people do know about. It's all because of Camille Brickhouse, who took the time to invest in her company, to invest in the NWA. If the world title wasn't going to be the focus, then the women's title is. And that's great for wrestling, for just women's wrestling to be the focal point of, a company and stuff like that. That's why she gets that number 3 spot. Mai Iwatani at number 2, self-explanatory. It's Iwatani. Like she's fucking kicked the shit out of fucking Mercedes Moné left and not. Some may argue that this should be Julia, but I couldn't put Julia over Mai, even though she's the champion right now and stuff like that. So, and obviously number 1, Big Mommy on top. You already know the vibes. Let's get on to the next list.
We're going to the next list, and let's have a quick. We're going to do this real quick, and I'll ask who's your Who do you think is someone that make your top 25 that isn't on there that's young and up and coming?
You got Masha and you got Tiffany Stratton. Watch out for them.
They're in your top 25. That's not in your top 25.
That's not in my top 25?
Yeah.
That's young enough?
Yeah. Young up and coming. Young upstart.
Shit.
Deep questions.
Well, because all these young bitches are not doing nothing. You know,
yeah, but you know,
Core Jade, perhaps. Core Jade.
You know, she's in her retirement stage right now. I don't know what she's doing, but yeah.
But again, like, you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, if you asked me this a while back, I would have said Masha Slamovich. But then again, like, she's on this list. You know?
I would say, you know, this was a chance. You know, what's her name? Ultraviolet would have been someone.
Ultraviolet.
That would have been someone on your list. You know, like Wes brought up, Tasha Steelz would have made my list, but you know, she's inactive, and I honestly just forgot about her, to be honest. Which, you know, that sucks, but it happens. I legit just forgot.
I mean, like, you know, it happens. Like, you know, with wrestling, you got to be visible. Yeah. So, you
know, Cora Jade, there's a lot of NXT women who you'd be like, oh, okay, I can see where we're going here. And then, you know, Kenzie Page, the NWA, the current champion. You know, you got stuff like that, you know. The whole what's the group name? I'm blanking out. No, the tag champs too. They got all the belts. Pretty
Pretty empowered.
Pretty empowered. Yeah. So we are moving on to the most controversial 25 lists probably ever put together by two men, where one man decided to go favoritism and choose people he just likes and who he feels are like, this is the most impactful. That's me. And then the other person who chose championships and honor and respect and in-ring ability.
Character work too.
Yeah, and character work. I am going to bring up some honorable mentions who I left off the list. Naito, Sanada, Jay White, Sammy and KO, Wesley, Malachi Black, Jon Moxley did not make my list. Edge, you know, and John Cena has a career, but you know that don't count. I don't consider him a wrestler anymore. He's part-time.
The only person that I regret not putting on this list, actually, there's a few, like, you know, Matt Cardona, Wesley, Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, Malachi Black, Billy Gunn should be on this list, but you know, it's a lot, man. Even CM Punk, Phil Brooks, bitch ass should be on this list, but like, you know,
I couldn't add Phil.
Samoa Joe's not on this list, unfortunately. Like, you know, I couldn't do it.
Damn, devastating.
Swerve's not on this list.
I told you our list is gonna be different. It's gonna be like night and day. At number 25 through 20 or 21, who do you got?
25 through 21. 25 to 20 actually. Cody Rhodes at 25. Yes, I know. I know. Smoke and mirrors all over the fucking place. But as the list continues, you're gonna see why that I put Cody on this list. Cody is on this list because he couldn't be kept off of this list. All right. Everybody that has been dubbed or snubbed, Cody is there for them to finish their story. Okay. That's why he's.
I can't believe you put Cody at 25.
25.
I've been shocked. Cody at 25.
Ever since he's beaten Brock Lesnar, what has he done? Not a goddamn motherfucking thing, except
he's taking a break. That's only been a month.
Let's fucking talk. No.
It's been a month. Let the man have a month off.
I didn't exclude him off the list. It would have been crazy if I excluded him altogether. I was going to put Matt Cardona there, but Cody is undeniable as he is. He can't be kept off the list. You're at the bottom of the list.
All right.
So
who else you got? What number are we? 24?
24 is going to be, again, another controversial pick, Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, yes. I'm going to need water.
Kazuchika Okada. Okada has the same problem that Cody has. He's not doing enough. He's not doing a lot. He's not doing any fucking thing. He's not in the championship scene. How does Evil have a title shot before you? I don't know. Like, you know, it's just Sanada beat you for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So this is why you're on the list, because Sanada beat you. Okay,
you can't give him no college football BCS stuff just because he had one bad loss. It's Okada.
It's Okada, and again, reason why you're still on the list is because you're Okada. There's a lot of people who's not here, so that way you can be. So there you go.
Okay.
At 23, I do give Edge that sway. 23 is Edge. Edge has came back, gone away, came back, gone away, and came back so many fucking times. It's ridiculous at this point. And you know, just the last match that he had in Toronto just shows why Edge is who he is and why he's on this list. At 22, I got the current NXT champion, which is Carmelo Hayes, because Melo is money, and there's nothing else I have to fucking say about that. Trim the fat off.
You can't cut off Carmelo's line and then give it to Melo and then say that's it.
He trimmed the fat off. Not saying that Trick Williams was fat, because Trick Williams is great in his own right, but you know, he trimmed the fat off, and now he's becoming his own man. Nobody's looking at him like he's like a 1 to a 2. He's looking at him as the one. So, and then at 21, you cannot deny this is the first of the Judgment Day, and that's the current NXT North American champion, the Dominic motherfucking Dirty Dom Mysterio. That nigga can't even talk without fucking the crowd giving him a reaction. That man cannot have no words at all. They don't let him talk.
So my main thing is this. I see your list. Okay? I grant your opinions and everything, whatever. I can't have Dominic Mysterio over Okada on any level. I'm just saying. I like Dom. I like that he can't speak. I like that he's probably the top heel in wrestling with reactions and all that. And he's getting better in the ring. You can't have him over Okada.
The character work speaks for itself. The only reason why Dominic is over these 4 men is because of the work that the Judgment Day as a whole have been doing. He is part of the collective. That is why he gets the spot that he's in. I have no regrets of that spot. And at number 20, I have Kenny Omega because of the same reason. His in-ring work is always speaks for itself, but he's lost big matches. He's been losing big matches, and you know, he's still Kenny Omega, and he has to be on this list.
Can't have Kenny that high. I hate your bottom 10 sounds like my top 5. I'll be honest. It looks like my top 5. I was going, oh shit. One Will Osprey away from my top 10, but not or something. But all right, I will go through mine real quick. Of my 25, Trey Miguel, one of the best X Division champions we had recently. It sucks that he's back in the tag division. He always was left off my list because of the tag team, but in my tag team rule. But I put him back in. Because it hasn't been that long. At 24, might be considered controversial, and might not even be considered a wrestler. I don't even know how you look at this, but due to clout and his natural wrestling ability, Logan Paul makes my list at number 24. He makes it
respectable. I respect it.
He's on the list, you know, for all the clout and everything else.
I respect it.
Number 23, I went between 23 and not making the list back and forth because I kept swapping them out with somebody, and I chose racism. No, I chose youth over the thing, and that's Ricky Starks. I put at 23 over who I originally had there, LA Knight. I switched it out. LA Knight just got a large fan base, but he just alright. That's why he would have been low on my list anyway.
That's why Cody's on the list and LA Knight is not.
At 22, I'm going to say someone who deserves his damn respect and flowers as he's getting them right now. This is one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. One of the backbone media people of the WWE. This is The Miz, who goes out there, delivers fire promos, whether he's fighting John Cena or himself at the same time. or he's out there having really good matches. And his later age of his career, he's having a lot better matches right now with random people than he did before. And The Miz makes the list, and Chad Gable does it. And I was going back and forth between stuff like that. Just little
Miz
stuff
didn't
like
make
that.
my list. Cody Rhodes is there for the Miz, for the LA Knights, for the Chad Gables, for all of those guys that you think that should be there. That's where Cody Rhodes is where he's at. To pick up the backs of them.
At number 21, I got some freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, mostly there for the international title. I almost call it the Middle Atlantic, whatever the title is.
It's an international title. Also didn't make my list.
Dang. And then at number 20, just because of entertainment value, and you know what? The man might be dead after he try to climb Mount Everest whenever that is next year. I'm going Darby Allin at 20 for just entertainment-wise. Just how is he going to try to kill himself for me yet? And I know he's going to do it next year at Mount Everest, and I need him to stop right now. Someone get into his head and tell him, don't do it. You've never climbed any rocks before. You've never climbed any mountain. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just, all you're going to see is him falling. I fell. Coffin drop.
It's foolish. Just foolish.
Oh, my God.
Goddamn kids.
Nope. Darby didn't make my list either.
Dang. All right. So. I would do my 19 through 16 or whatever it is, or 15, and then you can do yours right after.
Yeah.
At 19, I got probably someone, again, this is what I'm calling the Tony Storm rule, which almost worked for Christian, but I didn't get him on the list. But I'm going to add this person. Noam Dar is probably my favorite wrestler, just entertainment-wise. Just the most ridiculousness, whether he's on the Elephant or this week in the Matrix.
I respect his character work. Fucking goddamn, what metaphor is so good.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And it's so good. And you know what? He's not that bad. He's a really good wrestler, too, on top of that. Great wrestler,
actually.
Yeah. So he makes the list. At 18, I got Dirty Dom Mysterio. Just improving every single week, whether it's on the microphone, in the ring. And I think just
how
more
can he improve on the mic if they don't let him talk?
He's getting around. He's figuring out not to be shooken by it. He's accepted it. He's accepting the what you call him. So Dominic Mysterio 18. At 17, I know I have a rule. I say I wouldn't pick any tag wrestlers, but damn it, I don't care. I didn't care about this one. He's gonna make my list. I said every time I see the man wrestle, give this man the belts. Give him all the belts. One of my favorite, Brody King at 17. At 16, oh, wait, what the fuck? All right. It seems I have an extra pick.
Oh, dear.
For some reason, wrote Brody King's name twice, and it added, what the fuck? Anyway, I guess I had Christian. Christian makes 25 as my list then. So,
all right, there it is. There it is.
But Christian's number 25. He's just there. Don't worry about it. The list has been fixed. I don't know how I had two number whatever. So
your list is skewed. It's flawed.
Yeah, now it's flawed. Now it's flawed because Christian is made number 25, and Trey Miguel's been moved up to 24. Just because I had a double name there. I think I was just deleting stuff and adding and then messed up. But whatever. I add Christian back. Who? What number is that? Was that it?
Nah,
15. 15 Mello. Carmelo Hayes is number 15. The A champion, him, he's there at 15. Probably, in my opinion, as wrestling wise, could be higher as someone I want to see, but I think, just there's something not there that I would need there. Something missing with him that he should be higher on this list.
Dirty Dom is over him. Dirty Dom is the second championship, not the first. NXT championship is the first title for NXT, and then the North American is the second. But Dirty Dom is bringing more eyes than Carmelo Hayes is. There's something missing with Carmelo, and I don't know what it is yet. Is he him? Maybe.
He's something like a him. If he's him, he's missing the eye in him. All right, who's your 19 through 15?
19, I got Adam Cole, baby. The only reason why Adam Cole is on here is because he's the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with the World Champion MJF. That's the only reason why he's on here. That whole story arc, the Roderick Strong freaking being the ex-girlfriend that can't hack it anymore, this, that, and third. Like, you know, that's going on. That's why Adam Cole is on here. Trey Miguel is at 18 for me because you just cannot deny, even though he is the current Impact Tag Team Champion with Zachary Wentz, you know, Wesley doing big boy things out in NXT and stuff like that. The Rascals as a whole, you know, even Myron Reed doing big boy things out there. But yeah, like Trey Miguel is work with the X Division is not, it cannot be denied. This past year, he's just been on fire lately. David Finlay comes in at number 17 for me. This is not a Bullet Club bias. This is not a this is not even like a biased thing. This is just him taking a strange group because they keep kicking people out, bringing people in, kicking them out, bringing them in. Who's the leader? Who's not? He's putting sense into what's going on over there, and not to mention he's won the Never Openweight Championship as well. So like he's got his War Dogs, who he's elevated them to be champions. You got the New Japan Strong Tag Team Championships and the IWGP Junior Tag Team Championships as well. That's off of his design, off of his guys. So you know, you got to give credit to where credit is due. David Finlay at number 17. And then Jay White at number 16 because of the same reason that David Finlay is on there. He's taking guys out of obscurity and then making them something, making nothings out of some into somethings. Juice Robinson, yes, in Bullet Club, yes, doing the damn thing, but with Jay White elevating him to be better than what a CJ Parker was, better than what Juice Robinson was doing in Chaos, better than what he was doing prior to coming to AEW. Also helping the Gun Club find an identity, a true identity, instead of being the ass boys. They're not being looked at the ass boys no more. They're the fucking Collision Cowboys now. So, you know.
I still call them ass boys. I don't care if they are going by the Bang Bang Gang or whatever. Yeah. They are the ass boys. Was that it? Who did you say you're 15?
Oh, 15 is I'm gonna hold my 15 because like it coincides with what's happening and stuff like that.
Oh no, you messed up the trend because I was looking at your list. Right, I was gonna call this whole list the Bullet Club.
I got you. Finn Balor at 15.
Yeah, I was like, okay. You went David Finlay, Jay White, Finn Balor, all leaders of the Bullet Club at some point.
Yep, Finn Balor.
Now, co-leader of Judgment Day. I mean, you can if you want to do Finn right now. I mean, the next. Wait, no. I don't know. It's my turn. I forgot. I was like, you want to go to the next ones. You know, I have no problem with the list. I was like, you know, I was looking through the recent ones you were going. Jay Miguel, cool. Jay White didn't make mine, but dope. I'm glad he made somebody's list. Finn Balor also didn't make my top 25. Just because it was tough. It was a tough call. You know?
All 4 members of the Judgment Day made my shit.
Yeah,
they're the biggest faction. They're the biggest faction right now.
You know, they're close.
No,
I was closer to putting Priest in before I put Balor in, which is, you know, I'm like even I was going like I don't know if I'm putting either one in. As I was making more of the list.
I couldn't deny Damian Priest. He's the Money in the Bank winner. Can't.
Maybe world champion soon. Who knows? Or unless someone costs him that thing.
So
all right. So at 14, I have the New Japan TV champion Zack Sabre Jr. going in there. Probably the best technical wrestler in the world.
Can you believe it?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know,
that's why Okada's there.
At 13, I kept moving him up because of favoritism, basically. I never get mad when Sheamus wrestles. That's why I picked at 13. I just like watching him hit people.
Didn't make my list. Didn't do enough. Don't care. No championships. One wrestled in big matches. Lost all of them. Every single one.
Okay with that. Yeah, but they were so good. Every time he gets in the ring, it's like
it's so good for the winner. So good for the
winner.
winner.
I'm okay with that. He'll beat the brains out though. They
For the
know
winner.
they be in a fight. They know they be in a fight with Sheamus. That's why Sheamus is at 13. At 12.
History is written by the winners, not the losers.
And Sheamus beat their brains out. That's what I'm gonna say. So they're not able to write straight.
Tough fella.
I have Swerve at 12. Swerve
Didn't make
Strickland.
my list.
Moving up in the world, about to put the hurting on Hangman Page recently to elevate himself. More elevated by the week.
B&Es don't count, okay?
Hey,
being on 17-year-old niggas, being on 17-year-old niggas don't count, okay?
It counts. It counts. He beat his ass.
Murdering somebody.
Attempted murder. It bumps you up on my list. And then he got the Nana dance. You got the Nana dance, and it's all worth it. At number 11, just mixing the top 10. Again, I told you my list comes down to favoritism just over time and like just the place. Brock Lesnar comes in at 11. Semi-retired, semi-very part-time, but the man's a monster every time he comes out. Always in the title picture, always a threat. The Thanos of wrestling.
Didn't make my list.
I like to call him.
Didn't make my list. That's why Cody's on there. Cody beat him.
I like that Cody is responsible for everybody. Cody's on the list representing all these people.
Cody beat him off the back of Cody Rhodes, holding it down at 25.
All right, now we've entered, I believe, you're still your 14, number 14.
Number 14 goes to Damian Priest. Him and Finn back to back. I put Damian over Finn because Damian is the Money in the Bank winner, and he's the tag team champion with Finn Balor. So there you have it. Christian Cage gets unlucky number 13 because of his character work alone. His roasting of dead fucking parents is just
he'll be on the show roasting me, going like, "Hey,
out of pocket." The man's so out of pocket that it had to be done. Number 12, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson gets on this list because he's beaten number 24 Okada clean in the ring. That's it. That's all that was required of him. And he's gonna wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. soon. So I want to fucking see that. Damn, I'm really shocked that Zack Sabre Jr. didn't make my list. That's why Okada's there. Okay.
You can't have people represent 20 other people. Okada's representing 30 people.
Like they're just some people that didn't cut the mustard. I mean, Malachi Black didn't make this list either. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You have Brody King on there. I don't have Brody King at all. His compadre, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli at number 11, and that's only because he's the Ring of Honor World Champion. The Blackpool Combat Club is holding down those positions, so you already know going into my top 10 what that's gonna kind of look like. But now that we are in the top 10, let's go, Marcus. It's on you.
All right.
10-6.
10-6. Here we go. The man who I feel like has been disrespected on this show for far too long is at number 10. Just disrespected, just on this edition of our rankings. And that's Okada. He just didn't represent 30 people, Jamal. He's Okada, damn it. He's Okada. He comes in at number 10. One of the best wrestlers.
Hasn't done anything but lose matches.
What I need him to do is something new. That's the only thing it's not high. That's the reason he's not higher.
All he's been doing is losing matches. Losing big matches. He lost the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to Sanada. He lost to Brian Danielson at fucking Forbidden Door. Hasn't done anything since. Even in New Japan right now concurrently, if you're keeping up with it, he hasn't done a goddamn thing. He's supposed to be the leader of chaos. What chaos have you been causing? Nothing. Nada.
Well,
Zilch. 24. That's what you get.
I'd like to say he's the leader of chaos, but he's just chaos. The rest of the members are not really recognized. Rocky Romero, and I'm not counting the best friends of any of them. They don't count. They don't count as members of chaos.
No.
I'm just saying.
You see chaos has a trend of losing. Look at Ricochet getting smoked by fucking Shinsuke, who's also a leader of chaos. But guess what? When Shinsuke was running chaos, he was causing chaos. There's no chaos with Okada.
Well, Shinsuke has a question for you. How about your back? Let me check out your back. He attacks backs like Christian attacks fathers.
Let me see them knees too. Let me see them knees.
Let me see them knees. Let me get those knees. I take a chance to your knee, Ricochet.
You don't have the Rock's knees. They're not strong enough.
But Yeah, Okada's my top 10. Also, number 9, someone who did not make your list at all in your top 25. Is my number 9. Again, I told you guys, 100% favoritism. I don't care if he is wrestling in NXT. This is one of the pound for pound, one of the best wrestlers in the world, and damn it, deserves the respect. Ilya Dragunov goes out there, puts banger after banger with anybody and everybody out there, and damn near dies in any wrestling match for people to not even consider him in the top consideration. I'm not even talking about just YouTube ball. I'm talking about the entire wrestling world just sleeps on Dragunov, who has the best facial expressions, the most physical battles, the most intense brawls. He's out there just going banger after banger. He's just mini Sheamus to me.
Very, very apprehensive on keeping him off this list, but when the time comes, he loses his big matches, and this is not like the Dragunov of like last year. If this was Dragunov last year, of course he's on this fucking list, but it's not. It's the Dragunov of this year. Big time matches come and he fails. So unfortunately, he's in the Sheamus part. You lost your matches. Like you gotta. You're great. Right. You're fantastic. Do something.
At number 8, I got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. You're at number 25. The gatekeeper of your list.
He had to be on the list.
Cody's the top baby face in all wrestling right now.
Is he?
I think he is. I think he's the most loved of everybody. Everybody wants to go, whoa. It's between him and Seth.
Is he?
Between him and Seth. And I need to say this. Cody, a few years ago, probably wouldn't even be in my list for being, because he was just doing stupid shit. He'd just give you a solid promo, a solid match, but then he'd say something stupid, or he'd do something stupid, or Brandy would get in the way. But in the past 2 years, he has improved immensely, whether it's with the pec injury, wrestling, the Rollins feud, so having Brock Lesnar have his best wrestling match in probably, 5 years or more. It was
Brock's best wrestling match. It wasn't Cody's best wrestling match.
Oh, it was Cody. He won. You compare with him, he beat him.
It was Brock's best wrestling match. It wasn't Cody's best wrestling match. Cody's best wrestling match will remain Jay Lethal and him at Final fucking Battle that year for the fucking Ring of Honor World Championship. That's what that shit is.
Oh, if you talk, yeah, but I'm talking about recently.
Was it Cody's best wrestling match or was it Brock's best wrestling match?
I consider it.
That's even arguable because Brock and fucking Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19.
Well, that's old stuff. That's almost 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago. Okay. Number 7, the current world champion of WWE, the man with the bad back, Seth Rollins. And the reason he ended up higher, back, I don't know.
He can't carry the weight.
He can't
carry the weight on his shoulder.
That back can give out at any given time. All right. And then things get a little weird. Because at number 6, the longest reigning champion in the modern era, Roman Reigns, comes in. And the reason he is number 6, the tribal chief, my tribal chief, a man who I support and I believe might be the top guy in wrestling. The reason he isn't number 1, because this motherfucker ain't showed up to work in months. I can't do it. I can't do it.
And you'll see when it pertains to my list at the top, like you'll see why. But yeah, that's your number 6.
That's my number 6.
Okay, top 10. Here we go. At number 10, you got Jon Moxley, and that's basically completing the 10, 11, 12, the Blackpool Combat Club, other than Wheeler Yuta, because fuck that nigga. Jon Moxley makes this list because everybody that he's been facing, he's either been elevating or making them tougher, or he's just basically trying to fix the AEW locker room one match at a fucking time. That's what he's trying to fucking do. Build that cohesion, build that toughness, build that I can wrestle you, I can bleed on you, I can, do all these fucking different things. He's like the fucking AEW's multi-tool. He's AEW's multi-tool, so that's what he's doing. Number 9, IWGP Heavyweight Champion Sanada, and the reason why he gets the nod over fucking Okada is because guess what? He beat him. That's right, he beat him. He not only beat Naito, He not only beat Naito, but he also beat Okada. He beat Naito to go face Okada and then beats Okada and has been defending the championship ever since. Has the championship been defended against qualifiable, viable people? That's in question. But he's still the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And now it goes to Tetsuya Naito, the G1 Climax winner, who's going to be at number 8. I only put him at number 8 here because the disrespect that PWI has shown to not even put him on the list. Okay, at least Okada is on this list, even though he's very low at 24. But at least Naito has done something. He's won the G1 again. Like, you know, we've had this discussion on previous episodes that who won the G1? It's Okada, Ibushi, fucking like Naito.
Yeah,
it doesn't
the
matter.
same people over and over.
Same fucking people. But he did win, and he won out of nowhere. Out of the people who I thought was going to win, I did not have Naito on my bingo card for winning, so that's why he's at number 8. At number 7, Alex Shelley, the current Impact World Heavyweight Champion. Nobody is even talking about this man, and they should, because he's been having banger after banger after banger of matches and winning. And when it counts, winning when it counts. He's beaten like Nick Aldis. Manny would appreciate that. He beat the shit out of Nick Aldis.
Manny really gave a straight. You can't tell me he's great and he beat Nick Aldis. I can see that's Manny.
He's gonna beat Josh Alexander. Nobody's gonna fucking, like, you know, that's gonna be a great match. Everybody that has went to him, stepped to him and said, "Oh, I'm gonna be fucking champion," he's knocked them away. And that's why he's at number 7. MJF is at number 6 simply because he is the AEW World Champion and he's been defending, and he has the top 3 storylines in wrestling right now. Top 3?
Somewhere in the top 5. Top 3, top 5, somewhere in there.
Storylines in wrestling right now. And his boy Adam Cole's on the bottom of the barrel. And the only reason why Adam Cole's on this list is because MJF is a part of that list.
I thought you were going to say only reason Adam Cole's on the list is because Rodney Strong was yelling at you. Adam, I don't see you. You didn't make Marcus' list.
All right. Finally, your top 5, man.
Okay, so my top 5 are the best of the best. These guys can work and wrestle with anybody, and I think they will sell out any arena. Just put them on the marquee, and these guys are just it. These are this is my definitive top 5 wrestlers who I want to see in the ring do a singles competition. Number 5, we got the old Billy Goat himself, Will Osprey, the current in United Kingdom, United States, whatever you want to call it, champion. You put him in the ring with Jericho, Omega, or whoever, it doesn't matter. You know he's going to go out there and give you a good match, a great match at that. You know, he's been screwed out. He should be the IWGP champion as well, but I'm not going to even get into that matter. But out there, and probably will be one of the top free agents in 2024 whenever his contract expires. Looks like he's AEW bound, but I don't know. They fucked him up with that tattoo. And so we'll see, bro, where he ends up. At number 4, the cleaner, Kenny Omega. And I may say this, there may not be a better wrestler in a singles match than Kenny Omega. Like, he'll just go out there in a one-on-one match. Now, the reason he isn't number 1 on my list is because he's been doing all this tag team shit with the Bucks. I need him to stop all that and just focus on matches like he had with Takeshita or when he has with Osprey. The singles run of Kenny is better than anybody. He also needs help with character work as well. At number 3, this is just because it's me. This is favoritism. This is a lifelong career of me just loving the man for about 20-something years of his life and just being the best wrestler in the world, maybe the best I've ever seen in my lifetime. This is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Not only did he beat your number 24, Okada, he did it with a broken freaking hand. Then he goes on and fight Ricky Starks with one hand, with the same broken hand in a strap match, beats the brakes off Ricky Starks. Anybody, and then at Wrestle Dream, he's going to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr., which is going to be a masterclass of technical wrestling.
Candidate, just off the rip. Like, let's just be honest.
I don't want to say that because I said that about him and Okada, and they didn't live up to really expectations of Max of the year.
Because it wasn't on Civilian Blue. Because it wasn't on Civilian Blue.
At number 2, comes the AEW World Champion, probably the best all-around character in all of wrestling, the devil himself, MJF, comes in there with not only the charisma of someone like The Rock or a John Cena or a Ric Flair or whoever, but comes in there with the wrestling ability on levels with, your Seth Rollins, your Brian Danielson or whoever, a student of the game, and only in his 20s. Just
he's still got a lot of room to grow, and the fact is that he keeps getting better and better every time. So
yeah, and you know how Melo says, "I am him." Now I look at MJF and I go, "Nah, that is him. That's him. That's what." But there's a he's number 2 on my list.
So who's number 1?
So
Chief.
Again, I went, yes, that's right. It's someone, you battle back and forth. I went back and forth with this with my top 5 of all these people. They have all at one point been number 1. But then I put this person at number 1 for the simple fact, whenever I say I want to see a wrestler wrestle somebody, the first thing that punches in my mind, it's always Gunther. I always want to see them fight Gunther. And I know that, respect. Can wrestle anybody. He can wrestle your bigs. He can wrestle your small. Just don't get the shit chopped out of him. I don't care if you're Drew McIntyre or if you're Chad Gable. You're getting the shit chopped out of you at this current moment. And I think I would rather watch Gunther wrestle over anybody else in the world. And he is my current number 1. An Intercontinental Champion. I'm shocked. I haven't had an Intercontinental Champion be number 1 in anything ever.
Longest reigning. Ever.
Yeah, longest reigning of all time. Hunkameter is canceled because of him. So Gunther's my number 1.
Gunther's your number 1. Gunther's your number 1. Gunther's my number 5. Coming at number 5, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, Gunther. Like you said, this man can wrestle any fucking body underneath the sun. If you look back at his old matches when he was fucking Walter, if you look at current matches as he's Gunther, Jesus Christ, it's just watch his matches, appreciate him. The man's just doing big boy things, literally.
Yeah, as Keith Lee said, man, do I feel sorry for if I hear about Walter's truth.
Boy, was he? Where you at, Keith Lee? I thought you were limitless. I thought you were limitless. Oh, what? You're a DLC character on AEW?
Oh.
You're a DLC.
Oh, you got collision interviews and you got a hoodie.
You're a DLC combo with the bunny, Hallie, Jerry Bob.
Poor Keith Lee. Poor Bearcat.
To his respect, he's married to Mia Yim, so it's okay. It's all right. Baskin is.
The quote Jimmy Uso, Jamal, who the fuck is Michi?
Speaking of Jimmy, we're gonna go to our number 4, Jey Uso, main event Jey. Off the back of his character work alone, this man has had a rough, long, excruciating time. But Jey Uso is next. I think that he's literally next. Whether it's beating Seth Rollins for that world title, whether it's beating Damian Priest when he eventually becomes world champion, whether it's fucking having a match with Sami Zayn eventually, whether it's fucking blowing off with Kevin Owens, it doesn't matter what Jey Uso's about to do. Jey Uso is really him, and it's just me, Us.
It's just me, Us. I appreciate Jey Uso making your list basically on character work alone. There has not been a better on-screen person to look at than Jey Uso as he goes through every single emotion that you can have. The man deserves awards, people. Awards for his emotions.
Oscars, just toss it at him. Any acting award, give it to that man because he earned it and he's earned it well.
He didn't make my list because I consider him a tag wrestler. I don't care if he's solo.
But it's just me, Oos.
It's just me, Oos.
At number 3 is the current world heavyweight champion, Seth Rollins, and his bad back. Shinsuke didn't make this list. Shinsuke didn't make this list, but Seth did. So there you have it. Seth Rollins. He's
carrying Raw on his bad back.
He overcame the odds. He's been overcoming the odds. He's beaten Finn. He's beaten Shinsuke. He's worked through his bad back. Like, he's just holding down the title. He was the champion while fucking number 2, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the head of the table, on vacation indefinitely.
I don't know.
Cannot deny Roman Reigns his just due. He is that guy. He is him. He is who he says he is. But the reason why he's at number 2 is because, like you said, Marcus, the motherfucker just got to show up to work. Just please come to work. The Rock showed up to work, and he don't even go here.
Yeah,
The Rock and John Cena shows up to work, and you're not there. The biggest, like, think about how much views that was. No, you're not here. Sorry, not sorry. Roman Reigns still gets that respect because the man is doing all this with leukemia. So fuck all y'all. He's the world champion with leukemia, son. So
let that man have his time off.
Give him his time. At number 1, I'm going Will Osprey. The man can do no wrong in my eyes. When you talked about Gunther being the wrestler that whenever you like, I want to watch something great or I want to see a good match, this is the man that I think of. Will fucking Osprey, or Will by God Osprey, as he's with the fucking black hand or whatever the fuck. Any match that I've seen this man in, ever since I ever first saw Eyes of Will Osprey, I've seen every time. It's fantastic. Whether it's on the indies, over the top, fucking Defiant, fucking WCPW, New Japan, fucking, like, it doesn't matter wherever he goes. AEW, like, it just doesn't. Ring of Honor. I was there at G1 Supercard when he wrestled his now buddy Jeff Cobb for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. I mean, like, every time I see this guy, I missed an opportunity for him to be at HOG. I bought a ticket at HOG for him, and he didn't show up, like, type shit. Like, yeah, Will Osprey is the guy. Will Osprey is that dude. Number 1.
That has completed our list. Please, in the comments below or emails to Sharpshooter, you can see all the stats up here and stuff. But the comments are probably easier. Tell us your list and who's had the better list. Was it me? Or was it Jamal? Or all 3 faces? He had 3 people pick his list. That's 3 faces. I just had 1. I don't know.
No, number 1 through 10 was Pills. Number 2, JP. Last one was Little Boy Blue. No, like, it's crazy. Alley Catch marked out for my Shotzi shirt. Nice.
Manny is currently at the Pro Wrestling Eve show. Right, or whatever it's called. He's there as they wrestle right now, as they also threaten to cancel the show due to weather and attendance and there's a lot of other things going on where people couldn't get to the event.
Well, while that's going on, I'm gonna go to AEW now and go to Arthur Ashe. Fuck work. Fuck y'all niggas. You heard me here. Fuck y'all niggas.
I don't know why. Why did you tune in and be like, shit, why? Why we catching strays?
Hey, you better find somebody.
Someone's at the Grandslam to watch MJF versus Samoa Joe.
So it's going down.
Samoa Joe will become the new AEW one. Nah, I don't see that happening.
Imagine
the big title change you're going to see tonight. I'm calling it right now. Eddie Kingston is your new Ring of Honor champion. Right here in his hometown in New York City. He becomes Ring of Honor champion. Eddie Kingston defeats Claudio.
Somebody who also didn't make my list. It
was close. I was going to give it just a character work, but I just didn't do it. At the end of the day, I was like, nah, I'm okay. I'd rather have Ricky Starks and Logan Paul, to be honest.
Midcard Mess podcast. Go peep it out on SoundCloud. 3 Faces of Jamal, as the description shows below. Saturday, me and my sister is going to discuss the happenings of the pro wrestling world.
The happenings. And there's always so much going on. Like, as soon as this telecast ends, Vince McMahon probably, fired 30 people, or CM Punk done signed somewhere and got into 3
so many
fights.
tryouts, people getting signed, people getting fired. Elias found God.
Like, you know, just the nonsense. It's all the nonsense in the world of professional wrestling. So just tune into this channel, tune into the Mid-Card Mess on his SoundCloud. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about AEW Grand Slam Dynamite or Dynamite Grand Slam.
I'm gonna be
where
there.
Jamal was there. And stay tuned to the channel where Jamal will send hopefully some short video clips or something. I don't know. Manny would upload it in a second.
I'm sending anything that I get, I'm sending to Manny.
Even when I have access to upload stuff, I still send it to Manny. Just as, you know, hey, Manny, upload this. And he's like, you're gonna do it yourself.
Am I gonna be able to freaking like get some access going on so I can upload some stuff?
I barely have access. Eric barely have access.
It's okay. It's all right.
And so we shall see you guys next week. What's going to be on the show next week? I don't know. We'll figure it out next week. We'll see what happens. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night. And again, reveal your top 50, 25, 10, 5 wrestlers in the world. And how off base were we? Should John Moxley have been here? Should Cody and Okada been at 24 and 25? Tell us. Should Athena have been on this list? Nick Aldis, where you at? We'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Good night.